Good morning, everybody. Brett Mills here. Hey, and just in response to a common question, I've had hundreds of clients, colleagues, and friends reaching out over the past week and a half asking me a very similar question. It goes something like this. Brett, I have, 20, 30, 40, 50,000, $300,000 sitting in on the sidelines in savings. Should I invest it right now? If we reached a low and is there a big opportunity? Well, I'm not as to begin a disclosure, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, so I can't tell you where to put your money. But having been a seasoned investor for over 2 decades, I've learned some principles and some foundational things that I've been sharing with people. Had several people request that I shoot a quick video and share that with others. So. First and foremost, as you begin looking at opportunities, I love something that Warren Buffett shares, and that is simply don't invest in things that you don't understand. As you look at opportunities that are existing right now, one of the reasons the markets are in complete volatility is the simple fact that one of the largest drivers and components of determining valuation in any given stock is earnings. Well, that's what's in so much jeopardy. We don't know where earnings are going with different companies due to the how long will the economies be shut down, different sectors. We just don't know what the earnings are, hence the incredible volatility. So right now, investing is very much speculative. And so a couple things I would suggest. If you're looking to invest some money, a consideration right now, make sure that you have adequate financial reserves to help see you through. If you have a fund sitting by the sideline, that's a great problem to have. And so make sure that you've looked at your budget, that you've got adequate savings in case your income were to drop over the next few months. Second principle, let's say that you had your emergency reserve and you had $40,000 to invest. I've got so many people saying, do I just drop it in right now, the $40,000? I can't encourage enough that it's important to have a process. Right now is probably not the best time if you've never invested to be jumping in. But if you are and choose and you feel good about that, a principle would be to use a concept called dollar cost averaging. We don't know exactly where the highs and lows are going to be. So if I had $40,000 and I wanted to get it into the markets over a 4-month period, for example, I'd just choose a date and I'd put 10,000 in once a month until I got in there. And that will help you catch some highs. It'll have some lows, different things like that. That'll help you actually average out and get money allocated in to where there's less speculation. Most certainly the markets will recover. They do come back, but how low will they go? How long will it take? All those types of principles, we just don't know. And the most brilliant minds in Wall Street don't know that. Why? Because of this earnings component so much in question. I would encourage you to stop or not probably be choosing and betting on individual stocks. I'm an advocate of using mutual funds and diversifying. The most brilliant minds in the world are running these mutual funds. It's important to have a seasoned and experienced financial advisor. When you're trying to invest, the important part is that we're not making emotional decisions, but we're making qualified and gathering as much data as we can to make an educated decision. The reality is when it's your own personal money, it's very difficult to make just a purely educated decision. So most people are going with their gut. And that's a great way to lose money because in essence, they're just guessing and speculating. So I'm an advocate of use qualified financial advisors. They will provide you sound counsel. They'll be a sounding board and help you make better financial decisions and come up with a strategy and a process. I would say that that's probably the most important part of this is that you have a process. Just an underlying financial principle that I've taught forever. Is a simple principle: put 10% of your income away. If you haven't ever started, it's a great time to start. If it's not in your budget, then start figuring how to get that in your budget. The reason I share that is, let's say that you make $60,000 a year and you put 10% of your income away. Well, your pile of money when you're ready to retire won't be quite as big as someone making $300,000 a year putting 10% of their income away. But the reality is if you've been living on a $60,000 a year income, retirement will be very comfortable. You'll be able to have provide for your needs and have a very enjoyable experience because you had intentionally taken the process to put that 10% away. If you were making $300,000 put away, you'll have a much larger pile of money. But you've also become accustomed to a very different lifestyle. And so that would be my takeaway: is follow a process, define it. Don't speculate and just throw money in right now. Find qualified, seasoned financial advisors to work with. Invest money with the best minds out there, diversifying into the mutual funds. And hopefully that helps on some foundational tips that have helped me over the years. Thanks.